Friends, welcome! One of my commonly requested video updates is actually how to enable the level tool in Alpha 21. And what I've done here actually, I have cut out half of Dishong Tower using the level tool. This is a really good admin tool, creative tool that is super useful when you're doing things in the world. Let's say you want to terraform something, you want to delete something, or you want to just add something. And I will show you in a little bit how to actually work this tool. I will also show you how to enable it. So if you're looking for just how to enable it in XML, then go to the description below and hit the link. I will put a timestamp in there that will allow you to jump directly there. But basically, it allows you to mark an area like I've done here and fill it with another block. And in this case, I filled it with a big fat nothing. So if I delete you'll see, well, there's nothing here. Let me set the light on a little bit. Let's get a little bit of light. I'm in the wasteland, so it's a little bit weird. But you see, I've deleted pretty much everything here, except, one offending block. Anyway, it's a little bit random, which I'll show you as well. But, allow me to delete this whole thing. Of course, it's really easy just to re-enable it. You just use CRF and there you go. Now you have it back. So it's easy to recover from it as well. Important to note that you need to be in the debug menu. So go F1 and then type DM to get into debug menu. Hit escape again, and you'll see you'll have these tools enabled. You have the regular debug menu, and you also have the volume tools. And what we're looking for is these actually down here that you can't do anything. So it doesn't work? Actually, it does. You go into a world and you hit Z on your keyboard. It'll play a small little blue box. Then you hit another Z somewhere else, like that, and it will create a volume. You'll see it's a nice little blue volume. Now when you go back into escape, you'll see randomly decorate selection. It says even that it fills a random 10% of the selection with a currently active block in the tool belt. So I was holding a concrete block, which means it will be filling it with concrete, but only 10%. So you just keep on clicking, and there we go. We have a nice little concrete box. In my case, I actually disabled physics because it's a little bit weird. If you want to remove the box, you hit backspace on your keyboard. Now that I've re-enabled it, let me do this again. And we go back to the volume tools and we randomly decorate. Now what happens when the physics is enabled is that its structural integrity will be counted. I escape, and sometimes you'll have things falling down. I believe this happens because when it traverses the new blocks, it doesn't do it in the order. When you normally place it, it'll go like this, like this, like this, and it will basically say, well, this one was fine, so this one is fine, this one is fine, and this one is fine. When you're doing it through randomly selection, it'll possibly check this first, and it says, hey, no, this one was not, this is not stable, let me collapse it. Then it checks this and says, oh, this one is good, this one is good, oh, this one is not good, etc. So it's a bit random, but the easy way is you go back to escape and you just redo it a few times, and eventually it'll be just fine and work. See, nothing is collapsing now. I can keep doing that if you want to have the last of them, and now everything is just fine. So you can fill it, it just means you have to keep clicking. How do you clear it? Well, you hold nothing in your hand. Do the same thing, randomly decorate, and it will slowly fill with air blocks. And if I keep it like this, of course it will collapse because there's nothing below. Want to clear it? No problem. Just go in and clear it. So why would you want to do that? Let's say you're doing an admin build. You're building a big base that you want to show off to your friends. You're testing something out, but you need a big hole. You can basically just get a nice little hole here. Actually, let's do that. Mark this one. Mark this, and you say, this is going to be where I'm going to put things. And then you go, volume tools, and you delete the whole thing. It's a lot faster than manual digging. Of course, this is only available if you're an admin. So keep this in mind. It's not something that you're normally doing as part of survival gameplay. But you want to have a nice little wall. You want to have something basic that you want to get done. Easy enough. Say you want to have a 3, 4, 4, 5. No problem. You basically mark it, and you create your wall. Allow you to very quickly put up the basics of whatever build you're creating. So it can be super useful. Of course, you'll have that problem where it's actually checking the stability. You might have to go back and do this a few times. Unavoidable, unfortunately. But eventually it should work, except for small little annoying that no one actually saw. There you go. So my video from previous versions was really well liked, but a lot of people came into the comments of it saying that, hey, it doesn't work in Alpha 21, they can't find it. And part of the reason I was testing it out is like, where is it? And turns out they've changed it to volume tools and not just the level tools, which means there's a change in the XML as well. But not to worry, I'll show you how to enable it. So now that you know how it works, let me show you how to enable it. So you should actually keep your game close when you're doing these changes. Since I've been making the changes, I'm actually running it in the background, as you can see. You go to your game in Steam, right click and hit Properties. Then you go to Install Files, go to Browse. That will pop up a window with the game files. You want to go then into Data, then you want to go to Config. Then you want to go to XUI. And the file that you're looking for is the windows.xml. And you basically edit it. I suggest using Notepad++. That's a really good notepad editor, but you can choose whatever you have. And a file like this will show up. Now, currently in Alpha 21.0, the line you're looking for is down at 4213. This changes every version, and there's actually been a little bit more changes here. Easier ways to find is basically do a search for Level Tools 3. Why Level Tools 3 and not Level Tools? Well, apparently, it's no longer the level tool. It's actually what they call the volume tool in game. So what you're looking for is this line, which has level tools, and it says visible equals or is the prefab editor. So you want to remove this particular piece that determines its visibility. So delete it and save the file. Now, when you go into the game, it will allow you to access the volume tools, which was previously known as the level tool. Well, the level tools 3. A little bit confusing, isn't it? But hopefully you enjoyed this pretty short guide of how to enable and use the volume tools when you're in creative, which can be super useful. If you enjoyed the video, why not hit that like button? Make sure you subscribe as well and ring the notification bell so you get notified for the next video. Have a great one.